My name's Sharon Paley. I live in Brisbane in Queensland, and previous to that I worked for the British Institute of Learning Disabilities here in the UK. So I think a good PBS service is a service that puts the people that it's supporting central and regards itself less as a service. I think that's one of the words I don't like. We often, use the word service and it conjures up this idea of a being that kind of controls people, when actually it's the people who we support who should be in control. So for me, one of the primary key characteristics is that the people who we're supporting are in control, have control of their own lives and are able to input to the supports they want. And so for me, that's probably the primary one. A powerful question that I would ask when I was visiting a service is, when you can recognise that you've got something wrong or that something hasn't worked, how have you gone about remedying that, and how have you ensured that you've learned those lessons for the future and retained those lessons so that you don't make those same mistakes again? I think the strengths of a PBS approach is that it gives people a clear framework to work with. It isn't exclusive of using other interventions or therapeutic approaches, so it doesn't preclude you from using those, but it gives you a really good base to start from and to build upon. And as long as you remember that the people that you're supporting are central to that, then you can't really go wrong. And for those people who perhaps are just starting out in their career in supporting people, it gives them a really nice framework for them to start from and to learn from and to grow with as well. I think good looks like a place where people can get the life they want, where they're achieving the goals that they want and they're getting the right supports. And when they don't feel like they're in control of the situation, the other people around them are able to respond to that, and they have a really good planned way of responding to that and helping that person to move through the different difficulties they've got. So, and good if we're thinking about the way that we deliver support to people, good looks different at different levels. And for me, another really important thing about what looks good is having strong leadership. And that's about people who are supporting people really knowing and understanding what it is they want to achieve for people and how they're going to go about doing that in a collaborative way with the people who they're supporting and their families. I think we can measure the difference by ensuring we understand the baseline for people, what the difficulties are they're having and what the problems are we're trying to solve with them, and then plotting a really good journey and knowing what the outcomes are that the person wants, not just that we want for them, but what it is they want from their life as well. Sometimes it's really easy to sit back and think what we might think is really good for somebody, but what they want and what their family might aspire to for them could be completely different. And what's going to make a real difference is using all the elements of a positive behaviour support approach and ensuring that we follow through with all of that in order that we can get those really good outcomes.